Welcome to Build to Last, the podcast where I, Eric of Maykus Homes and Neighborhoods, dive into the art of crafting not just homes, but entire neighborhoods and lasting relationships. Join me as we explore the heart and soul of building communities that stand the test of time. Welcome back to another episode of Built to Last. I'm Eric Schwarze with Maykus Homes, your host. And today we're going to be talking about one of the most important tools that we use in building homes. Now, when you guys think about tools, you're probably thinking about carpenter tools, the skill saw, the hammer, the tape measure, and so on. But I'm actually talking about something that's software, a tool that we use in managing our home builds at Maykus Homes. And to help us talk about that a little bit, I'm excited to have with me on the show, Cammie Schwarze with Maykus Homes, who plays a very crucial role at our company. And we're going to let her tell us a little bit about what she does and then explain to us how the Buildertrend process works. Cammie, welcome to the podcast. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do for Maykus Homes.
I've been with Maykus about 11 and a half-ish years, and my role has greatly morphed from admin to everything except for accounting. And I am the operations, purchasing, estimating, marketing. And then, as you mentioned, we're here to talk about Buildertrend, which is a big part of what I do, is I help manage that between the builder, the homeowner, the subs, and the vendors.
I think your favorite title is Cammie Doer of Things.
That's what I tell people, yes.
Well, let's jump right into it. We don't know who's watching the show. Some people may be familiar with Buildertrend. Some may be familiar with another type of construction management software. Some of them have no idea what we're talking about. Tell us a little bit about Buildertrend and what it does.
So like you mentioned, it is a project management system that is online, and it's how we manage all of the homeowner selections, the documents, the change orders, and communicate with homeowners and subs and vendors.
You know, recently we had our designers on the show, I believe last episode even, and they talked a lot about the selections, and there is a lot of selections that go into the home. How does Buildertrend integrate and help the selection process?
So they'll make selections with the designers, and then those selections go into Buildertrend. On the selection, they'll say it's the kitchen faucet. They'll see a picture of the faucet they picked. It will describe it, say it's a Delta Trinsic Champagne Bronze pull down kitchen faucet. And they can click that little green check mark to say, yes, that's exactly what I want. And that then sends a notification to the plumbers. This is what goes here in this location. It sends a notification to the plumbing house, supply house, and they know to order it, to send it to the plumber. And then it sends a notification to the countertop guy because he needs to know how many holes to cut into the countertop. And then obviously the builders have access to it to be able to manage and make sure everything gets in the right place.
Well, that is a lot of hands reaching in to Buildertrend to pull a piece of information out.
At some point, everyone involved in the building process will be on Buildertrend to access some kind of information.
Well, you talked about selections, and let's put ourselves in this situation. They sent the homeowner out to one of the approved vendors, let's say the slab yard, to pick the slabs for their kitchen. And while they're in there to pick the slabs for their kitchen, they give you a call. Cammie, oh my, you have got to see this piece of stone here. This is what I want in my kitchen, but it says it's exotic. Is that in my budget?
Someone may not know how important something is to them until they start shopping. They may not realize, oh, I've always needed that in my life, that exotic countertop. And that means a change order. So change orders are just anything that's outside the contract, whether it's an upgrade from something or a completely different thing than was mentioned in contract. At that point, a countertop is an easy change order. It's just, how much more does that cost? Are you willing to pay for it? If so, then approve it online, pay for it online, and we'll move forward. That is an easy change order.
So we're just talking about changing from one material at this price to a material at that price. You make the payment and we're moving on down the road.
Right.
What about a more complicated change order?
So we have, in the last couple of years, taken a single-story home to a two-story home. That is a more complicated change order. That involved literally going back to the drawing board, drawing new plans, back to engineering, back to permitting, and calculating how much that's going to cost. The homeowner at that point had to actually go back to the bank and redo their loan. So they can be simple, they can be complicated, but if you're willing to pay for it, we would love to give you the home that you want.
Now, the only reason we would say no would be either was not feasibly possible to do it.
Yeah, if it is actually just not possible.
Well, very good. What about, how does this different from the way, say, before Buildertrend, how did we manage change orders?
Ooh, it was it was something. It was a bunch of papers. It was a bunch of papers in a giant, complicated binder, and we didn't collect right away when I first started here. And I remember one of my first experiences was seeing someone try and settle up right before they moved in, and it was about $45,000 in change orders that they owed. And they have, of course, had not really paid that close attention. And the way we do it now is easier on everybody. Small bites.
So I'm sure you were telling them they just weren't keeping a mental track.
Right.
Where now with Buildertrend, the money's actually going out of their pocket right away.
Yeah.
And so that's good. So they're biting it, they're eating it at a little bitty chunks and not getting the surprise at the end. Oh, that's excellent. That's excellent. So I can tell that Buildertrend is a very valuable tool to help streamline the building process. It gets us from point A all the way to giving the keys to the homeowner. Well, you've given my keys as the homeowner. Am I done with Buildertrend now?
No, we have a builder warranty that lasts for 1 year after move-in, and there very likely will be items that, no matter how good the builder is, items that need to be managed and addressed, and those items are entered into Buildertrend by the homeowner. That'll notify the builder, and the builder will manage it through there. And then also all of the documents, and all of the selections will in perpetuity be in Buildertrend for them to access. Or if they can't find it, send me a message and I can find it.
You can find it.
Yeah.
Well, Cammie, we certainly appreciate, as Cammie, doer of things for Maykus Home, we know you're probably a very busy individual, and we appreciate your time joining us here on Built to Last with Maykus Podcast. For all of you out there, we also appreciate that your time is valuable. We appreciate you joining us. If you'd like to talk to us, reach out to us at 817-308-1155 or Maykus.com. Y'all take care, and we'll see you next time.